Hello, I'm Bob Durham. I play the piano for a Southern gospel group called the Missourians, and we're from Joplin, Missouri. We host a weekly radio show, Make Mine Southern, and it's heard on enjoyradio.org as well as some other local stations in our area. And as you probably have heard, there's a massive tornado that made national and world news that came to our little town of 50,000 in Joplin, Missouri. I'm a piano teacher, and I was at a recital. We had a senior recital for 4 of our graduating seniors. 4 great young Christian men had a recital. We had a reception downstairs, and we were at the recital. We had came back up from the reception to take photos in the chapel where the recital was at, and all the lights just started kind of flashing. We had no idea there was a storm coming through. We hadn't been watching the news. We were in fun, joyous, celebrating mode. And we went down in the basement. I'm not even sure of the time frame of when the tornado passed through, but we were about 3 blocks to the north of the path of the devastating storm. One of our members, Tim Gould, our lead singer, was 3 blocks south of the damage. He was at home and just was barely out of the path on the other side of town, and he had opportunity to help his friends and neighbors and do some recovery, and he's been having great opportunity to minister. There's a group called the Crusaders for Christ Singers that are on our show Make Mine Southern. 2 of their members lost their homes. Corky Long and Tom Daniel both lost their homes. Everybody is okay, and in all, 116 people were killed in Joplin, Missouri on the May 22nd tornado. It's one of the most deadly tornadoes in U.S. history. It was rated as an F4 with winds to 200 miles an hour. The path was 3/4 of a mile wide and 6 miles long. It started and dropped in on the southwest side of Joplin. The St. John's Hospital was hit. 6 people died in the hospital. I just watched on the on the world news this morning that how they evacuated the hospital and kept the people on life support, on personal, physical means without the electronic means. They had to do everything by hand, and they evacuated them and got them to safe buildings and other hospitals. Joplin High School was leveled across the lower part of Joplin, and as well as a middle school and 2 elementaries, many churches, and all about 2,000 houses and businesses, stores and restaurants, including Walmart, were hit. One of the churches that was hit is right across from Joplin High School. The pastor is a former Missourian. He sang with us for many years, Charlie Burnett, and he was recently, in fact, a co-host on our show. They were in church service when that came through. It came through about just before 6 p.m. local time on Sunday, and they were in church service. 3 of their members were killed. Charlie and his wife were spared, and so I have some connections to this folks. I was spared. I was very close to the storm when it happened, but I ended up, I live quite a bit north of the storm, but I was so close to the storm and just oblivious to the fact that it was even coming through. Many friends from my church have lost their homes, and I teach piano lessons full time. I've already heard of several piano students that lost their homes. On a very, very personal note, my piano tuner that tunes my pianos, his wife and 14-month-old son were in the storm. He was down south of Joplin, believe it or not, tuning a piano. He never works on Sunday, but he was tuning a piano for a concert that night, and his wife and son were lost at home. What can I garner from all this? Why did this happen to my friends and neighbors and not me? I could have easily been in the path, and I wasn't. Life is short, and we need to live every day for Jesus. It makes me want to serve Him more and help others in this time of need, help others in love, and by all means, be living our life to bring others to Jesus and take them to heaven with us. We don't want to go alone. We want to bring you all with us. Storm came quickly. The storm came very quickly, and like I said, I didn't even know it was in town. And Jesus will come quickly to get his children, folks. And the rapture will happen. Are you ready? You need to be ready. You need to be serving Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for your prayers and love and concern for our town. And just lift us up in prayer. All my family was spared. My parents were safe. I was safe. My sister and brother-in-law were out of town. They were safe anyway. And I just want to encourage everyone to live for Jesus every day. And he will get you through your storms.